Ever heard of the eighth wonder of the world? It's not a massive monument or a natural marvel. It's compound interest. Now, I know what you're thinking. Compound interest might not sound as exciting as a towering pyramid or a breathtaking waterfall, but let me assure you, it's a marvel in its own right. Imagine a tiny snowball perched atop a massive hill. The snowball represents your initial investment, and the hill? That's time. As the snowball rolls down the hill, it gathers more snow, growing bigger and bigger. That's the magic of compound interest. Your money, like the snowball, grows over time, not just from your initial investment, but also from the interest it earns. So you see, compound interest is your snowball of wealth. But hold on, what's this snowball doing? It's not just rolling, it's accelerating. But how does it really work? Stick around to uncover the magic behind this financial phenomenon. Now, let's delve into the mechanics of this financial marvel, compound interest. Imagine yourself as a gardener planting an apple tree. Your tree represents your initial investment, the P in our formula. Every apple that grows signifies your interest payments. Each seed inside these apples has the potential to grow into a new tree, symbolizing compound interest. As you keep planting these seeds, your apple orchard, or wealth, expands exponentially. This is the wonder of compound interest. Now, let's break down the formula, the recipe for this potent potion. A represents the total money accumulated after a certain number of years, factoring in interest. R is the annual interest rate, expressed in decimal form. And N is the frequency of interest compounding per year. T signifies the tenure of your investment, in years. Let's illustrate this through a simple example. You have $1,000 that you choose to invest at an annual interest rate of 5%, with annual compounding for 10 years. By our formula, after 10 years, your initial $1,000 will have blossomed into approximately $1,640. Now consider the impact of compounding the interest biannually, or quarterly, or daily. As the frequency of compounding increases, so does your final amount. This is because your earned interest starts to generate its own interest, and as this cycle repeats, your wealth escalates, much like our burgeoning apple orchard. Hence, the more frequent the compounding, the quicker your financial orchard flourishes. But what's the true might of compound interest? Let's unravel this enigma. All right, now that we've planted our apple tree, let's witness its magical growth. Imagine for a second, you're sowing a tiny seed in a fertile soil. With each passing day, you water it, expose it to sunlight, and care for it. Gradually, but unstoppably, it sprouts, burgeons into a small sapling, and eventually matures into a colossal tree. This, my dear friends, is the enchantment of compound interest. It's not about swift, immediate growth. It's about minuscule, consistent investments that, over time, develop into a considerable wealth. Let's consider the instance of a man who is a household name, Mr. Warren Buffett. He's not just a billionaire, he's a compound interest billionaire. Buffett embarked on his investment journey as a young lad and let his investments multiply over decades. He didn't accumulate his billions by wagering on high-risk, high-yield stocks. Rather, he invested in stable businesses and allowed the power of compound interest to work. Here's an interesting tidbit for you. Warren Buffett amassed 99% of his fortune after celebrating his 50th birthday. Yes, you heard it right. 99%. How did he manage this feat? The answer is simple: the power of compound interest. Let's analyze this. Suppose you initiate investing merely $100 every month at an interest rate of 5%, compounding yearly. In 40 years, you'd have invested $48,000. But thanks to the magic of compound interest, your investment would have swelled to almost $150,000. That's triple the amount you put in. And the best part? You don't need to be a Wall Street wizard to benefit from the power of compound interest. All you require is patience, regularity, and time. The longer you let your wealth multiply, the more it compounds, and the larger your investment tree grows. And that's the way compound interest can turn you into a millionaire, even if you're not a Wall Street expert like Warren Buffett. But how can you start reaping the rewards of compound interest? So, you want to grow your own magic beanstalk with compound interest, but where do you ground? Let's break it down. The initial step, and possibly the most critical one, is to start early, just like planting a seed. The earlier you plant, the more time your beanstalk has to grow. It's like watching a sapling grow into a massive tree. The sooner you do it, the more time it has to grow. Just as a tree grows taller and stronger over time, your investments will sprout larger and more potent, thanks to the magic of compound interest. Being consistent, like watering your plant regularly, is the next key. You can't just water it once and expect it to thrive. You've got to consistently nourish it. Similarly, routinely investing a certain amount, even if small, can lead to substantial growth over time. Now you might be thinking, I'm no financial master. How do I navigate the intricate world of investing? That's where professional advice comes in. Financial advisors, like expert gardeners, can guide you on the right path, helping you choose the best seeds for your unique garden. They can help you understand risk, diversification, and to maximize your returns. But remember, it's your money and you're the one in control. Always do your own research and make sure you're at ease with your investment decisions. After all, no one cares about your money more than do. And finally, patience is key. Compound interest isn't a quick growth fertilizer. It's a slow and steady race to a lush garden. It's about letting your money work for you over time. Remember, the earlier you plant, the more you benefit from the magic of your growing beanstalk. So there you have it, the magic beanstalk of compound interest. From planting the seed to watching it grow, you've journeyed through its mechanics, its might, and how you can harness it to springboard your financial success. Now, let's get your thoughts on this. How would you use compound interest to your advantage? Drop your ideas in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more financial wisdom and check out our other videos to keep growing your wealth knowledge. Remember, the journey to $1 million starts with understanding the power of the magic beanstalk of compound interest.